Many people still haven't understood the real issue after budget night. The budget is not truly targeting investment properties. It is targeting the second-hand property investment model. Many people are discussing whether investment properties are still worth buying after the budget. But the real question is, why is the government deliberately trying to hit existing properties while protecting new builds? Hello everyone, I'm your accountant Nan. Today, we are not just going to talk about the new headlines. We are going to look directly at the real logic behind the budget nights, the document, and why this may affect the wealth building path for many families in Australia in the future. The most important change in the budget is not simply the removal of a tax benefit. Instead, the government is officially beginning to redefine which kinds of investment deserve tax concessions. The budget documents have already made the direction quite clear. In the future, tax concessions will be more focused on the new builds, increasing for housing supply, than productive investments, rather than speculations in existing properties. What does this mean? In the past, many high-income property investors followed a very common strategy, which is buy in existing property, use negative gearing, use depreciation and interest expense to offset salary income, wait for capital growth, then after holding the property for more than 12 months, enjoy the 50% of the CGT discount. This model has been very common over the past 20 years, but this budget is, in essence, starting to dismantle that logic. Let's use a realistic example. Assume two people both earn $180,000 per year. One guy's buy a new property, and the other guy's purchase an existing property. Both properties have similar loans, interest costs, and rental income, and both makes a $25,000 annual loss. Previously, both investors could directly offset that $25,000 loss against their salary income, therefore to get a refund. But after the budget, someone who buys a new property can still use the negative gearing to offset their salary income. However, the person who buys an existing property can no longer use that loss to offset salary income. The loss can only be carried forward to offset future rental income or future CGT. What does this mean? It means that although both investors are losing $25,000 on paper, one person can immediately reduce their tax burden this year, while the other will face significantly higher cash flow pressure. Many people are only seeing the surface level of change. The tax benefit for existing property has been reduced, but the real shift is much bigger. Australia's investment property market may begin to split along lines of after-tax cash flow. In the future, investors buying new properties and investors buying existing properties may no longer be playing the same game when it comes to actual after-tax return. And the bigger issue still ahead is CGT reform. The budget has made it clear that from 1st of July 2027, the 50% of CGT discount will be replaced by an inflation-based calculation, and a minimum 30% tax on gains will be introduced. This means the government is beginning to take the view that the portion of the asset growth attributably to inflation should no longer receive the same generous discount as before. So in the future, the faster an asset grows, the longer it is held, and the higher the capital gain, the more adverse the impact may be. This is especially important for many families with high income, multiple investment properties, family trust structures, and long-term holding strategy. These families may need to review their plans carefully, because from this budget onwards, Australia's tax system is gradually shifting from encouraging asset appreciation to encouraging new house supply and productive investments. That is the biggest change in this budget. So the real question is no longer, can I still buy an investment property? The real question is, in the future, what type of property, what ownership structure, and what existing strategy will be the most tax efficient? In our next few videos, we will continue to analyze which investor will be affected the most, what to do if you use a family trust, how to distinguish properties before and after budget night, whether new builds will really become more attractive, how high-income family should plan their next steps. We specialize in QBCC compliance and advanced tax planning. We can help you review your structure and move forward with confidence. Please like, save, and follow.